What's the strangest way you got a cat? Number 1. It was a stormy night outside and I heard a faint mewing just outside my door. I opened the door and there was a little gray kitten dripping wet and covered in poo, mewing his little heart out. It was disgusting and cute all at the same time. I asked the wife to get me a towel as I held him at bay. Wrapped the towel around him and gave him a bath. When he was all dry, he was a tiny little puffball. A few days later, my neighbor told me a story where someone left a box of kittens at her door and then the next night came back to retrieve them. They asked her if she knew where the gray one went and she asked me if I had seen it. I thought for a moment, shook my head and said nope, hadn't seen him. Grew up to be a big ol' Tom and on occasion would bring to the door headless rabbit, best cat ever. Number 2. Stayed at a hotel in a smaller town and a cat had taken up residence there after being abandoned by a family that had been displaced by a hurricane. It was being fed and kinda looked after by the staff and residents for almost a year. The owners of the hotel, though, were about to take him to a shelter because they didn't want him around. We took him and adopted him. He's a really awesome cat too. Number 3. Walked into the backyard and a cat was just laying in the sun. I go out, he wants pats. I feed him and give him water, thinking he's just a neighbor's cat. Next morning he's still there and I realize he was sleeping behind our water tank. No collar, no microchip. I was like, you're mine. Number 4. In my early 20s, I stopped by a garage sale to pick up some cheap furniture and instead went home with a cat food, bowl, brush and cat treat, for free. Maggie was the smartest cat I ever had. She often went for woodland walks with me and came when called. She stayed with me through 6 moves to 4 different towns, cities in 2 different provinces and sometimes summered on my sister's farm in yet a different province. She died of old age, a well-traveled, well-loved cat. My next cat was a scrawny half-starved Siamese calico cross kitten that took up residence in the neighbor's doghouse. Their German shepherd was terrified of the kitten and wouldn't go anywhere near his doghouse, so the neighbors begged me to take her. I have so many fond memories of that wild and crazy cat. She had more personality than any cat I had before or since. A few years back, my husband and I went to a family reunion in a neighboring province. The family was trying to give away kittens. You guessed it. We came home with 2 kittens, unplanned. Had 2 more cats waiting for us at home. Yup, we are that family. Number 5. Not really strange, but I was chosen. I was at a pet store that had a small selection of cats up for adoption from the Humane Society. I went gaga over the kittens, but I was about to move. I called up my future roommate asking if there was way I could get a kitten. She reluctantly agreed. I had my eye on one kitten. I was with a friend at the time and we went in a little visiting room. They didn't just bring in the kitten, but all of them. The kitten I picked didn't want anything to do with me, just played with others and ran around. I picked up kitten after kitten, but none of them clicked. I had given up. Suddenly a kitten who had been checking out my friend, climbed across my friend and onto my shoulder and just started purring. I gave him back to my friend. He stopped purring. She gave him back and he went off like a train engine. We have an extremely strong bond ever since. Number 6. I have 2 cats. One we found as a 3 to 4 week old kitten who appeared out of nowhere on the sidewalk in front of my house, where a neighbor kid grabbed him. His family didn't want the cat, so we took him in. The kid named him Fred, so he is forever Fred. The other cat, Marion, was an 8-month-old cat with a collar who just started hanging around our house. My other neighbor had a cat. Finally, after about a month of feeding him every so often, he wanted in our house, so I let him in. 3 months later he came home dragging his tail. I had to take him to the vet where it was amputated. It turned out he had a chip, and belonged to a woman who lived near us. We called her but she didn't want the cat back, so he's ours now. That was 7.5 years ago. Fred has been with us since Labor Day weekend in 2014. Number 7. My tale starts sad but end happy and hopeful. I was always more of a dog person, don't get me wrong, I love all furry babies, but dogs were just more my speed. My pup passed away January 2015 and I was lost. Fast forward to October of 2015 and I think I'm ready to love again, so I head to my local shelter. I found a pair of pups I wanted to be introduced to, so I put my name on the list with the pups info. While waiting to talk to a shelter rep, I decided to go look at the kittens. Now, the kitten pens are open-top plexiglass pens where they keep littermates until they get big enough to into general pop. While leaning over looking at some kittens, this cute 10-week-old gray kitty jumps up, clears the pen and lands on my arm. Proceeds to walk right up my arm and starts rubbing my face, purring and grooming my beard. Soon after, her tortie sister joins her in the adventure. Needless to say, I left with two kitties, Luna and Diana, who are now 6 years old and absolutely spoiled rotten. I love them so much. Number 8. I was getting a cat for my birthday, after losing my old lady 2 years prior. The only problem was our large 110 pounds Black Lab Great Dane mix, named Bainey. Bainey was the sweetest dog, but he was loud. His bark was so loud it would set off our doorbell. We went to a pet store that had shelter cats. I sat down with a pretty gray fluffy girl cat in the little room they had set aside. Bainey barked outside the door, woof, and that cat was gone, across the room and behind a trash can. So I tried the next cat, and the next. Finally they handed me a gray tabby boy who was a year old. Bane woofed and that sweet boy ignored him. He just dug in deeper, purring and rubbing. We had a winner. Chewbacca is a good boy who loves dogs. He boops the dog and runs. Then they run around. He likes kids, and loves to nest. Number 9. My cat Tyson, who's currently 2 years old, was a complete surprise. I had been watching this super pregnant stray cat visit my house every day, and then one day she stopped visiting. A couple days passed and my mom actually looked outside and said, "Oh my gosh, is that a kitten?" There was a kitten underneath our front doorsteps covered in maggots and ants. We thought she was dead at first. She hadn't even opened her eyes yet. My mom's vet friend came over and said she wasn't going to make it, and just to make her last hours comfortable. So we bottle fed her and set up a bin with a heat pad and helped her use the bathroom. She made it through a full day, and then we took her to the vet and they cleaned her up, and she's been doing great since. Number 10. Our neighbor knocked on our door one evening to tell us our cat was stuck in his car's engine. Turned out not to be our cat but a scrawny 6-month-old kitten so coated in grease she looked like our cat. We found out he had actually discovered the cat in his engine several hours prior when he went to warm up the car before taking the family to church. After trying unsuccessfully to get her out, he couldn't wait any longer and they went to church anyways with her in the engine. It was a 1-hour drive there, a 1-hour-ish mass and the 1-hour drive back, all of which she hunkered through. After they got home was when he came and knocked on our door. I tried to pull her out from above but she kept wedging herself deeper where I couldn't reach, so I had to go from under the car. My mom went to go get towels because the ground was very mucky. While she was gone I saw the cat start to go even deeper where I'd never reach, so I had no choice but to go on the mucky ground and crawl under the car to pull her out. It was very close, she had gone far enough and I couldn't grab a proper hold. I ended up having to pull her out by the fur on her side. My mom came out right after and saw me holding her to my chest with her paws wrapped around my neck and snuggling under my chin. Surprisingly, she only had minor burns to her paw pads and some minor hearing damage. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.